Welcome to the People Connect podcast. Your network is your net worth. Are you ready to take your life to the next level? Be prepared to leap out of your comfort zone and connect with the who's who of what you want to do. Stop, drop, and roll as we start, market, and grow the CEO of you and your host, Nichelle Womack. She will help you engage, reinvent, motivate, and reactivate your plans for success.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hello. Got a little brightness here, trying to see where the perfect light is. How are you? Welcome. How you doing, Conley? What's going on with you? Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, how you doing, Jordan? I think that's what it says. If I mispronounce it, please do not blame it on my heart, blame it on my eyes. Yes. Hey, how you doing, Angel? What's going on? Thank you all so much for taking time out of your Monday evening. Hello. How you doing, Dr. Fee? I think that's what it says, D Fee. Hey, how you doing, Amanda? What's going on? Thank you for the yellow love. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you for coming in. Hey, how you doing, Bambone? I think that's what that says too. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate you for being a part of my space on this Monday evening. My name is Nichelle Womack, and I am a life transition and business strategist, and I teach the dreamers, the aspiring, and the new business owners how to transition in their life from their 9-to-5 into entrepreneurship. I do that by providing information, inspiration to help you to start, market, and grow into the CEO. I also provide motivation on a regular basis. Every morning, I give you a 5-minute power punch to help you aspire to do great things in your life. And I typically come on during the evening time as well to give some scope, some information about business and things that you can do. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 ideas that you can literally start a business with little to no money. This has been a topic of conversation. I actually did the scope back in when I first started broadcasting last year around November, and it was a hit. And I shared it with my students as well. And because I get asked this question all the time, as a business strategist, startup business strategist, life strategist, people are always looking for ways to make extra income. And the perfect way to do that is with a side hustle. And I am the queen of side hustles. You can ask anybody that know me. I'm always doing something to try to generate some kind of income because I already know what it's like to be let go from a 9-to-5. And it's not a pleasurable experience if you don't have anything to fall back on. And so if you like to learn more about what I do, you can go to 2excelwithnichelle.com, and my website pretty much clarifies who I am, what I've done. It also explains my experience, why I'm capable to share this information with you. I've been in the business world myself for over 20 years as an entrepreneur. I've been the CEO of me, which means no job, myself personally for the last 10 years. I've worked in corporate America for over 20 years as well. So I've started many businesses. I've been a part of many businesses, partnership and all that stuff, and I've had a great time doing it. I've made some good decisions, made some bad decisions, but all of it has been a learning experience. And as I say with my students all the time, if you are not failing, you're not doing anything. But we don't want to fail. We want to always succeed. And the way that you do that is by always having something in your back pocket that if anything's happened, you can pull it out and you can still live. You don't have to be deprived from your current living conditions. And that's one of the reasons why when I initially, I started my first business in college, and that went very well. And if I knew what I knew today, I wouldn't have done what I did back then. So that, again, is a part of growth strategy and things that you learn as being a business owner. People always come and they ask me, I want to start a business, but I don't have the money. And I could definitely understand that because the truth of the reality is starting a business is not cheap. It's not cheap at all, but it can be done. It can be done. Thank you so much for that yellow love. I greatly appreciate whoever is giving me all that love. I love you more. So in relation to that, when you're talking about starting a business, you got to be mindful of what type of business that you want to start. So I'm going to share some ideas, and hopefully the ideas that I share with you, as I mentioned, I shared this back in November, December of last year. It was a great hit, and people took from it and actually went and started some and did some on their own. And I get feedback from my students and other people that I shared it with and added on to it, and they've grown from there. And so it doesn't matter where you start, you just need to start. That's the bottom line. And so hopefully they'll be able to help you as well. To all my replay viewers, thank you so much for coming in. I greatly appreciate you. And you can catch me daily for inspiration and motivation on Instagram at Nichelle Womack, and I'm also on Twitter at Nichelle Womack for daily inspiration and motivation. So let's get started. Thank you again for being here on this Monday, Motivation Monday evening. The first thing that I always share with people when I'm talking with them about business is that you are equipped with so many different things. And most of the time, people don't even know everything that they can do. If you're on your job and you've been doing your job for quite some time, that skill is yours. You own it, and you need to recognize that. And by owning it, you have a business inside of you that you can take literally right now and that you can go build upon it. And for example, I have friends that do taxes for their job. They may work with a CPA or an accounting firm. You can do that on the side as well. You don't need a license to be a tax person. Right now is the perfect time to actually get into that business. We're in the last quarter of the year. You can start reaching out, getting your clients right now. So when January comes around, that they're prepared, they're ready, and they're willing and able to send you some business. So that's the first thing that, if you do taxes. Another thing, typing. Resume services. I know I personally myself, I'm not an expert resume writer, but I do go through and critique them and let people know what you need to have on there, because I do hire for small businesses. Yes, make sure you're getting your, you got to get that. That is so important. So thank you so much for sharing, and make sure you get that, because that will legitimize you. You want to make sure you get that. And especially if you're working with your customers too, that is like a security blanket for them. So thank you so much for addressing that. You definitely want to get that. And that really enables you to go start that business, because that's literally all you need. I also recommend that you kind of get some kind of recommendation under yourself, the different type of practices of business that you can start. You don't really want to go in there as a solopreneur with that, a solopreneur to start that. I will really get some kind of coverage, just start your business. It's so easy to start a business. And I teach that in a class that I'm doing right now. I got a class going right now called Start Marketing, Grow, and Be a CEO. I have about 25 students in my class, and I love it like that, for the simple reason that I can work one-on-one with these students with their questions. And we're in week 2 starting up this week. It started last week, and we're in week 2 right now. So I'm so excited about that. The next one starts October 8th, I think it is. And to learn more about it, you can go to bit.ly/BEACEO, and you can learn about everything that we learn in that class. And it's fully detailed with so much stuff, and hopefully everybody will come out there and they'll go start their business. That is my goal, to help them be able to do. So as I mentioned, thanks for throwing that in there for me. So that PTIN number, you also can do medical billing. That's something as well. I have a couple of friends that do transcription. That's another easy business to get started in, especially if you're already doing it. Homeschooling, house cleaning, window washing, data entry, 10-key operation. Those are things that you can do right now, whatever your job is. And I just threw some examples out there that you can utilize in your spare time to earn some extra income, to start a business with little to no money. The reality of it is you can't start nothing with no money, because each one of these that I mentioned, you're going to have some type of internet connection, especially like the data entry. If you're doing things online, if you're doing the typing and you're doing the resume writing, you got to send things to people online. You got to have a cell phone to be able to communicate with people. If you're doing house cleaning, you got to buy supplies. So bottom line, little to no money, but you still need some type of resources to help you started on that. The second thing is ask people to promote your cause. What do I mean by that? Collaboration and exchange. Right now I'm doing a bartering program with someone where in this barter they have a service that I need that I am not efficient in doing, and so I'm offering my consulting services to them for quote unquote free, because they're bartering their services to me. So bartering, it used to exist a long time ago, and people really have forgotten it. They don't do it anymore, or not do it as much, but it's an excellent tool to help get you started in your business. Like if you know someone that does websites and you can help them with something else, barter that service. Especially the perfect people to do that with are people that are just starting out like yourself. They're more apt to help you. Someone that's already established, they may frown up at you and say, look, I don't have time for that, or they may want to charge you. But someone that's just starting, just such as yourself, it's easier to do a bartering collaboration project with them. So reach out to those type of people. Another thing you may want to do, which I am doing right now for one of my side hustles, incorporating college students. I have, I think, 10 college students that will be student ambassadors for one of my services. And all I'm doing is giving them some information. They're going to take the information, it's a flyer, take the information, and they're going to go disseminate it through the college campus. What better way? And for each one that they get, the sign up that they get and bring to me, I'm going to pay them a portion of my commission. So that is an excellent way to get your name out there cheaply, because college students, they need a side hustle too. They need something to do, especially if it's nothing that's really committing. Thanks again for that love. If it's something that's really committing to them and it don't take away from their studies or their time being a college student, incorporate them as well. I also have one that works with me that does a lot of my data entry, my computer work on my website. They actually just redid my website for me, and it was little or nothing. The reason why, because that was a grade for them. Now, I must say I was happy with it, but I was expecting a little bit more. But I said, what can I expect? What can I expect? I really appreciate it. Was good work ethic for them, because now they can put me down as a resource for some work that they did. So it's like a twofold situation. You can help them and they can help you, especially when funds are low. And so think about that. The next thing I want to mention to you is something that I too am working on right now with another vendor. One of my partners that I work with is getting more money into your business, crowdfunding. If you're not familiar with that, a lot of people use crowdfunding to start a business. Now, one thing I do want to make you aware of is you got to be really careful in what you put in there, because you have to have some kind of base to promote this too. And the reality of it is, if you're promoting this on your personal page, like your Facebook page and things of that nature, your friends and family are not going to support you. I've said this many times before. You know, you got to look outside of that. So if you got a bigger following or friends or connections, sometimes even word of mouth works, passing things out, those student ambassadors again, to get the word out about your business, you have to be able to give a proposition, a selling point, a USP, unique selling position, as to what type of business you are promoting or trying to build or expand. And crowdfunding is an excellent source. I know there's someone within my community right now that is really in the process of building a shooting range, and all of their funding and resources came through crowdfunding. They had an excellent business plan. They had the proposition there. They had the resources lined out of what they expected in the proposal, and people started donating. You can go on there now and you can see people are making money to be able to fund their dreams. Now, a lot of things with crowdfunding and Kickstarter, those are a couple of ones that I know that are very efficient and effective, and I know people that have used them. If you don't reach your goal by a certain time, the money goes away. And so that's something you got to be really proactive in pushing that so that you can get your word out there. One in particular, GoFundMe, you know, you hear that all the time. As a licensed insurance broker, everybody go to GoFundMe for life insurance, which that is not what it's for. And, you know, that kind of baffles me, because you can get life insurance literally $2 a day. And people utilize that. It was really designed for helping people start businesses, but over the years it's gotten misconstrued, and people start using it for things that like health care and insurance and things of that nature. But it's still an excellent source for you to get funding for business, and that one, the money doesn't go away. It stays there. It stays there. So if you are fearful of that money leaving, then GoFundMe could be an excellent alternative, and just go to GoFundMe.com. The next thing you need to do is ask for donations. I've done that. You don't get many, you know, especially if you're asking your friends and your family. You're not going to get many, but asking people, you never know. If you got a dream, you got a proposal behind it, if you got good ideas and it's marketable, you never know who may be willing to donate to the cause. So it never hurts to ask. I believe a closed mouth is never fed. And so if you ask, you shall receive. Yes, you should. Number 4, you want to utilize all of your social media. That's why I think it's so important to be on social media. I remember at one time I didn't even like this stuff. I didn't even get on the Facebooks, the Twitters and stuff. It just was insignificant to me. But over the years, as I've built my platform, built my people that connect with me, I see the importance of it. It's really detrimental to your success as an entrepreneur. Not only as an entrepreneur, even if you're looking for a job, it's really an excellent tool and resource with LinkedIn. You got Twitter. Twitter is something that, I confess to be a really good person connecting with people on there, and the venues that are out there to help elevate you and your business to success are available, and they're free. They're free. Periscope. I mean, there's so many different venues out there that you can utilize to get your message out there, to meet connections. Every time I'm on social media, all I do is make connections. That's all I do. I'm not on there posting pics of myself, smiling when I'm out with my boo and all that kind of stuff and different things. I'm on there for a purpose, and the purpose I'm on there for is to make connections. And so if you have a purpose, a mission, and you know what it is, and you're looking for other people to add in your corner, finding your tribe, social media is an excellent resource for that. And if you utilize that, you can market your skills on there. Some of those things that I mentioned to you up front, resume writing. I've gotten probably within the last week 5 resumes that I got into my inbox that I'm looking at and evaluating them. Now, I don't reconstruct them or anything. I just look at them and evaluate them. As I mentioned, hiring for small businesses, I know what they're looking for. And so what I go through is just look at them and give them ideas that they can tweak it to make it better. 5 in 1 week. And so, and I did all that on social media. So, and that's the good thing about it. It gives so much leverage, and you have to be willing to take that leverage and take it a step further. Learning more about people. I truly believe relationship building is the key to success. And that's in anything you do. Your career, your business, your family, your friendships, everything. Relationship building. So utilize that to help you start a business with little to no money, because social media is free. Now, when you're going into some different aspects, doing the analytics and all that kind of stuff and the advertisement, of course you're going to have to pay. But starting out is free, and so you don't have to have anything with that. You can get involved in some groups. There are different groups, not on Instagram, but on Facebook. They have different groups that you can get involved in and get active, so you can meet more people that are connected closely to what you do. And then in other things, I love meeting people really that do the exact same thing that I do, because I like to analyze what I'm doing to see what I can tweak and make better. And so it's also good to make connections with your quote unquote competitors, because you guys can learn from each other. As I say all the time, there's enough dough out here for everybody. There's no need to be jealous or hateful or spiteful. Don't want nobody to see your people over here because you don't want them to take them from you. There's no need to do that. There's so much opportunity out here for each and every one of us to succeed. And so that's number 4. Number 5, this is something that I've really gotten into within the last year, probably the last 2 years, I would say, is affiliate marketing. And people sleep on this. You really don't have to have anything but somewhere to land the page. If you have a website, even on your social media links, they give you a link that you can utilize, that you can share, even if you don't have a web page, that you can put on your Facebook page, in groups, that you can put on your social media streams, the Instagrams, the Twitters. Go there. I mean, there's so many opportunities for people. You don't even have to have any money to even begin this business practice. And it's so overlooked by so many people, especially when people say they don't have any money to start a business. That's your escape right there. So I've given you 5 things. And when you become familiar with the products with affiliate marketing, I don't market anything that I'm not familiar with, because I like to be able to be honest with the people that I'm sharing the information with. And I would like to tell them that I've used it, to give them the caveats of it, the bad things, and things that I find that have helped me to succeed in what I do. And so it's always good not to just share things just for monetary purposes. You want to make certain that you have some experience with them and that you can relay that information to the people that you're sharing it with. I always believe that honesty is always the best policy, because if you start out right, you don't have to change anything later on. And when you start off incorrectly, you got to go back and redo things, start over, correct your message that you gave incorrectly. So start off right. Just be honest in what you do in business, and you will find the more honest you are, the more transparent you are, the more people are willing to buy into what you have. And so I gave you 5 ideas that today that you can start a business with little to no money. I didn't say none, because everything you do, you have to have some type of resources. Eventually, you're going to have to get business cards. I'm not a big advocate of business cards, because there are a lot of things that you can do in place of them. Because I personally, when I get them, most of the time, if I don't click them on my phone to keep them in my portfolio, I end up throwing them away anyway, and most people do. And so you want to make certain that when you start making that money as a new business owner, that you're able to invest it in things that are going to help you progress your business further. It may be to increase your minutes on your phone. It may be to upgrade your phone, because a lot of things what you're going to need some interaction and connection with things that can help you advance, like the smartphones. You can't get away with that little text phone no more. You're going to need updated devices. And so that is my message for you today. I'm trying my best to get on here every evening. It's been difficult with the classes and all that kind of stuff, and then the class that I'm doing with the students that I have, but I try my best to get on every morning, and at least once to hopefully 4 to 5 times throughout the week. But I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. If you'd like to learn more about what I can do to help you, if you're interested in starting a business, if you thought about it, if you're just looking for an additional stream of income, you can always go to my website at 2excelwithmichelle.com. And if you're interested in one-on-one programs, you can go to bit.ly/BEACEO. And that's the class that I have going right now. Actually, I'm going to do a webinar on that within the next couple of days or maybe week, to show it to you, so that you can see everything that we're offering there. And right now, this is going into our second week, and the feedback has been great. People are learning things that they did not know before, and it's really a good thing that's interested me in that way, and hopefully it will interest you as well. As I mentioned, I have a BA in business, an MBA in business with concentrations in leadership and in management, and I'm currently pursuing a PhD right now in human behavior. So that gives me the accolades, and not to mention over 20 years of experience being an entrepreneur and a business owner with brick and mortar, real estate, insurance, and so many other things that I've dived into, dipped out of, and dived back into again. I'm also an author. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm trying to see your name. Excuse me, my glasses. These are reading glasses. I really need to get me some real glasses. I'm trying to see your name there. So thank you so much. I am currently pursuing, as I mentioned, the PhD in human behavior. And people always ask me, why are you doing psychology and business? And believe it or not, psychology, I'm learning why people buy. Why do they do the things that they do? What makes them tick? So psychology and business has a lot in common. And I'm finding that more and more each day as I go through this dissertation and writing my dissertation and working with psychiatrists and psychologists. I'm learning a lot about why business and psychology has a tie-in together. And as I mentioned, I've been in business over 20 years, worked with many different corporations in leadership roles, as a manager, as a HR, as a trainer, as a salesperson. So I started from the bottom and moved up and was able to help build a multi-million-dollar team with that as well. I also do network marketing, multi-level direct sales, been successful with that as well. I've been with the last 2 companies that I'm currently with now for about 5 years, and I always tell people that is too another simple way to get into business. Maybe that should have been number 6, but if you don't have funds, network marketing, direct sales is really an easy way to get into business. The one thing that I love about that type of business is, and this is going over, but it's still a way to start business with little to no money, is that it enables you to get inside of a corporation and you get their business plan, you get their information, their marketing strategies. You don't have to do anything because they give you everything when you pay to become a part of that business. And so many people miss out on that opportunity. I never understand why. Mostly because they don't understand the market, they don't understand sales. And when you look at it, each and every one of us is a sales professional. Whether or not you know how to market what you can sell is different. But if you know how to communicate with people, you find out what people's needs are, their desires, what makes them tick, their hot buttons, you can persuade anybody to do just about anything. And I always call myself the negotiator, especially when it comes to real estate transactions, because I close deals and I make the person that is buying the house happy, because most of the time they get their closing costs paid. They get little to no earnest money put down. and they get the house of their dreams. And so, I really pride myself in making certain that my customers are taken care of. And I also have another class coming out. It's a customer care class because people need to know what customer service is. And I'll be launching that within the next couple of days as well. So I appreciate that love. Y'all give me some green love, some gold love. Hey, I love it. Yes. So thank you so much for coming in. This is not my typical normal time, but I've enjoyed my stay on here with you guys. Any questions? Anybody have any questions that I can dive into and help you? Any newbies on here? Everybody a business owner? Anybody want to be a business owner? Yes, welcome. Thank you all so much for coming in. And thanks again for all that green love and yellow love and I saw some purple love and mint love. All that love. Greatly appreciate it. You missed everything? Sorry. You can go back and listen to the replay. Hopefully you'll get some great ideas and you too can incorporate this into your daily life so that you can go and start a business with little to no money. Not no money, but little to no money. Awesome. So that is it. Anybody else have any other questions? I'm here to answer some questions for anybody that have one. Don't be silent. I can't hear you. Alrighty. Well, you can always reach me again, as I mentioned, on Instagram. I love connecting with people on there at Nichelle Womack, and most definitely connect with me at 2excelwithnichelle.com to go see everything that I do and learn a little bit more about me. Are you a business owner? Yes, for over 20 years. Over 20 years, and I've enjoyed it. I've been a business owner with a job and a business owner without a job. For the last 10 years, that's all I've been. All I've been, yes. Real estate, insurance, consulting, network marketing, home health. Yes. And a student. I'm a student. I stay a student of life, of business, of learning. And you can learn from any and everybody. I tell you what, I learn from people that ain't even been to school. They teach me some new things that's going on in the game. Because I've been out of school. I graduated from graduate school in '94. So, the new stream of things is totally different. Do I need a minister? No, I have one. Several to be exact. But you know what? I always love to hear the word. So that's always good to be in the midst of. I love hearing the word of God because it is through him that I am able to speak with you today, that I'm able to share. He continues to bless and anoint on a regular basis. That is what keeps me going. That is my life. Alrighty then, with that green, yes, amen. I don't know what to do without them. I don't know how people do it. I'm just being honest. I don't know how people do it. But if you do, that is good for you. But works for me in my life is we must all praise the Lord. That is it. That is my joy, my substance, and everything that I do. But I do have some people that, I am everywhere. Wherever you need me, I'm there. I am. My business is global. I am global, yes. So wherever you need me, I am there. You in New Orleans? Actually, I'm in the process of getting licensed there right now, yeah. Not in real estate, it's insurance. I should have that within the, let's see, what is this? October. I think they told me it's going to be like October 5th or something. It takes forever to get licensed there. I think because you guys have had so many issues there, maybe that's why. Because I actually filled out the application back in June, and I've been checking up on it every day in New Orleans, and they told me like by October 5th it should be complete. So yes, and hopefully I'll have my real estate license there, but I have to come back to New Orleans. I love being there in the French Quarter. But I don't know what the market is there, so I have to come and check to see if it's worth financially being a part of that market there. I don't know, but that's what we should work on. I got another scope that I'm going to share with y'all tomorrow. It is thebomb.com, so make sure you check in. I can't tell you what time I'm going to come on, so if you are not connected with me, please do not hesitate to touch the little do, and you'll get notifications, I guess. Sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. But you'll get notifications. If not, just connect with me on Twitter or Instagram, and you'll be able to find out there. And again, at Nichelle Womack, 2excelwithnichelle.com. I'm on Facebook at The Life Transition Strategist, and I love meeting people, and I love connecting with people who aspire to be great in life. Sometimes, people don't want you to be great, but you got to hang with people that want you to be great, that want you to aspire to be in your greatness, and all of us have greatness in store deep inside of us. Alrighty. Well, thanks again for all those yellow hearts, those green hearts. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you for being a part of my space this evening. Again, my name is Michelle Womack. I am a life transition and business strategist. I teach the dreamers. People do dream about doing stuff and they never do it. I teach the aspiring and those that are already in business. And I teach them. What I do is I teach them how to take what they have, their passion, turn it into a profit, and build, expand, and dominate their own business that they're already in. And so if you're not connected with me, please feel free to do so. And I love engaging with people and learning new ideas about what you do and what makes you tick. Alrighty. Well, I'll talk with you soon. Thanks again. Be blessed and highly favored. Until tomorrow, catch me tomorrow morning between 8:30 and 9, where I will give you your 5-minute power punch. Alrighty. Until then, be blessed and highly favored. Bye-bye.